Hello everyone, StrangeTemplar here. Welcome back to Cudgeldeer. It is the 11th day of summer, and it is almost the 12th day of summer. We're almost all the way through summer. It's exciting. We are in the middle of quite a few projects, small projects anyways. We still have a bunch of crap on the floor. We have all of our seeds and cotton and all of that. But what I'm most excited about is this right here. We are finally working on building up a tower structure. Now, once this is built, any access into and out of the fort is going to be restricted to just this this one block right here. So any invaders that are coming in are going to have to come through here. We are going to set up a training area for our military right here. So the first thing that anybody coming into the kingdom is going to encounter is going to be our military. And hopefully with that, we'll be able to quickly dispatch them. The other thing that we are going to be working on today is hopefully adding some more tables and chairs to the Great Hall. I do eventually want to work on prettifying it with new floors and new walls and all of that, but that is probably going to be a few episodes still in the making. I've also gone ahead and unsuspended our strawberry farm so that our farmers can start harvesting some food. We are finally starting to get low again, and I was playing around with another kingdom, and I didn't realize just how much food is actually being consumed during the winter. So I wanted to go ahead and build up a fair amount of a stockpile for that. So looks like actually they are going to prioritize this over building, and I'm not sure I want that right now actually. So who all is foraging? Our laborers and our miner and our brewer. Our brewer is fine because we are all done. We have enough wine made, so we don't really have to prioritize making drinks right now. We're doing fine with drinks, but let's go ahead and take our miner, and he should have the construction, and let's go ahead and move build above agriculture, and that will have him prioritize building up these walls. Everyone else will be working on the actual farms, which is fine. And the other thing that I want to do is, now that we have enough, is I want to make a armor. We have our anvil, we have a ball-peen hammer, we have a hearth and a bellows, so let's go ahead and get that made. And the only thing that we'll have left to be made is a weaponsmith. But armor is going to be more important than weapons, at least at the very beginning. In my mind anyways. I would rather have everyone be protected, especially our main military. I want them to have the ability to be protected. Why is Jabba still farming? That shouldn't be right. It might actually be because we have no blocks. Yeah, we don't have any blocks. But still, I should have... Where are our stone carvers? Graves is crafting an item. Our crafter is building the armorer. Ceci is foraging. Let's see how we have our carpenter set up. Workshop first, then agriculture, then grove, then farm. That's right. But this should be a higher priority. Let's go ahead and clean the floor. I think that's the problem there. Yeah, okay, so that's clogged up right now, so we want to clear that. Okay, Jabba. Let's set the miner job. We should have mining, then we'll say workshop, then build, and then help with the agricultural stuff. He shouldn't even be doing agricultural, to be honest. So that should be the very last thing out of anything that he does. It's just so that when we aren't mining, we don't have any stone blocks to make. At least he'll be somewhat productive working on the farm. It'll also help him build up some speed as well, so that'll help. But I want to make sure that both of these stone cutters are running at all times. So as soon as he's done with this, should go ahead and start crafting some stone blocks. Hopefully. Maybe. Come on, Jabba. I know you want to. Wait, do I have... Okay, those aren't even turned on. Okay, now he should. Cross our fingers. Hope to die. No, let's not hope to die. Speaking of dying, we're probably going to get invaded by goblins this episode. If nothing else, though, we might get invaded by gnomes on the first day of fall. But I'm just waiting to see if he will run and go ahead and start building or carving or something other than farming. Especially because he seems to be very, very slow at it. What is Jabba's skill in farming? Farming, 15. Really? Huh. But yeah, 44 in mining and 26 in masonry and 19 in stone carving. Yeah, that would probably be a better use of his time. Really? And he's still mining. Or foraging. I'm gonna have to take another look at that, I guess. Possibly because both of these are being used. Let's see. Do we have... Okay, we're out of ore. But we have a fair amount of that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up some mining jobs. We're going to get this copper out of the walls. Hopefully that'll get BK. Working on smelting some more of it. And I think I'm going to go ahead and let this run for a little bit. And I'll bring you back when something exciting happens. See you soon. Alright, well, it is the first day of fall already. We went through one day of pretty much nothing too exciting happening. Trickster is running around cleaning up some of the floors, which is great. I like having a lot less clippings around. These dirt piles are starting to get a little bit full, so the floors are getting fairly clean. We set Jabba up to do a fair bit of mining and found quite a bit of copper ore, which, well, great, it's kind of messing up our area here, so I'm not entirely sure how we're going to work with this, but BK is crafting up a storm. He is, we are up to, well, 9 bars. I went ahead and made one more anvil, which takes 8 bars, to make up a metalsmithing. And once there's a hearth... Oh, the hearth is made. Perfect. We can go ahead and build metal weaponsmith. And we have one of everything. Perfect. And we will just set this right here. Eventually, all of this is going to get relocated to somewhere slightly more helpful or convenient. Just like everything else, everything is kind of strewn haphazardly. Over the next few episodes, though, I'm going to start working on reclaiming some more areas out here and just expanding our area of influence and actually making some real areas for our industries to go where they aren't just going to be thrown around haphazardly. So it is the first day of fall. I'm really hoping that we get I'm hoping for 3 nomads. That would be the hope and goal, but I'm kind of thinking that we're going to have a few less than that. Maybe 1 or 2. But I'm going to go ahead and get some of this stuff foraged, just so it has time to regrow for the winter, because our food's isn't really going up all that much like I was hoping that it would. I also need to unsuspend that, and that should get some more food coming into our system. But that should be Trickster. It's just going around picking up saplings. It's probably picking up that sapling. Just getting a little bit of everything out and where it's supposed to go. Hopefully these logs and seeds will come in soon. We have the foraging happening out there, which is perfect. And we have our weaponsmith built. Perfect. So once our nomads show up, which should be any time now, I'm going to do some redelegation of tasks. And we will finally have a standing army, hopefully, depending on how many gnomes we actually get. So they should be showing up here any moment, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan. Hey, there they are! 2 nomads! 2 nomads have arrived. Klaus and Tikingus. So we have a male and we have a female. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get them renamed, and I'm going to go through all of our professions and figure out who will be best to have in our military so that we can start equipping them and training them up into a true goblin killing force. So I will see you in just a minute. Alright, so I went through, and out of our 13 population, we have now 3 soldiers. We have Wolfa, and our 2 new members, we have Wingman X7 and Sophia Voidwalker. So welcome Wingman X7 and Sophia Voidwalker to the fort. And they actually have some great fighting skills. Sophia has a 24 skill with a hammer. And if we go look at Wingman, he has a 29 skill with a sword, which is a pretty darn good start for our military. So we already have a hammer made up. If we look at our weapons, we should have 1 copper hammer, and then we have our stone hand axes and wooden shields for our civilians. And then we have Wolfa, who actually is not going to be a actual fighter for the most part. She is going to help train our 2 soldiers. We'll have 2 main soldiers, Wingman and Sophia. They will be our soldiers, and then Wolfa is actually going to be set up with a different setup to help train the skills that they would not normally get. So we're going to go ahead and make a new squad, and the Gold Riders, I just made an extra, okay, disband that one. Okay, we need to, the Invisible Breaks of Chamber, no. The Foundation Lurkers of Hatchet, no. The Acting Kicks, maybe if they were monks or something. The Putrid Strays. The Angelic Gliders. Decent. The Mousy Damagers of Judge. The Hiding Martyrs of Despair. Feathering Tomes of Pull. The Cobra-like Evildoers of Bunch. If it wasn't Bunch, I'd like the Cobra-like Evildoers. The Trapping Tongues, that sounds awkward. The Foolish Howlers. I don't know why, but I kind of like that one. So we are going to make a new formation. I've already went ahead and made the monk and the guard position. So we are going to make a new formation. And we are going to call it the guard/training. And the perk for this is going to be Shield Wall. And our leader is going to be a guard. Our second person is going to be a guard. And the last one is going to be a monk. Now, the guard has the perk of taunt. So if we're in combat, we are going to try to taunt any enemies into attacking our 2 guards, which are going to be the most heavily armored and the best armed. We want to retreat at bleeding and retreat to equip uniform and a assist squad leader. And the uniform for this is going to be the soldier one, which has, not the monk, the soldier, which has helmet, breastplate, so basically any metal armor, shield in the left hand, and any weapon in the right hand, whatever is best for that person. So I would assume whoever is good with a hammer is going to equip a hammer, whoever's good with a sword is going to equip the sword. Then we have our monk with a perk of Way of the Gnome, which has increased attack speed, attack damage, dodge chance, and dodge rate when no armor or weapon is equipped. And the uniform for the monk is going to be none. So basically a totally unarmed soldier. But what they are going to have is the ability to punch. They're going to have high fighting, high nimbleness, high everything that the armored and basically the normal guard gnomes don't have. So when they train together, the way training works is that when they're dueling each other, they will gain skills in the weapons and the armors that they're equipping, as well as the weapons and skills that their opponent is equipping. And so by using a Way of the Gnome soldier and a guard soldier, they will be able to maximize the possible training efficiency, or at least that is the theory that I am going with. So what we can do then is take our squad of the Foolish Howlers, and we are going to have the guard training, and we are going to find our soldiers. We're going to have Wingman, you're going to have Sophie, and we are going to have Wolfa as the monk. So now they should go, and they will probably equip the copper equipment that we have. And the next thing that we want to do is we want to build a training grounds with our training dummies. We want to set it up right here so that when they're training, the first thing that any enemy is going to encounter is going to be our military. So that is the priority there. So this is getting built, and as soon as this is built, we are going to set up a training. And unfortunately, Jabba, as much as you love that copper helmet and the copper breastplate, I am going to have to remove that from you here in just 1 second. The other thing is, now that we're up to 12 bars, I'm going to focus on making equipment for our military. That's going to be one of our highest priority right now, because they are going to be taking the brunt of any attack. I want to make sure that they are able to defend themselves. So what we can do here now that we have the training grounds is we can set up the Foolish Howlers, no, not the Poisonous Spoons, the Foolish Howlers and the Foolish Howlers. And so basically they will be training around the clock. And the reason why we have 3 in our squad is so that even when if one person is off sleeping, the other 2 can still be dueling. And so they hopefully will start taking breaks with each other and you know, stop, you know, still be able to continue training. Because if there's only one soldier here while the other is eating or sleeping or whatever, no training will be done. So by having 3 here, it'll maximize the chance that anything that they will be able to train. So that is that. We will have to let's see, we will have to say let's see, where's Jabba? We will have to vacate his job real quick, and that will have them run and equip the new equipment. So we should have here Wingman with a copper hammer and a copper helmet, and we have Sophie here with a bauxite hand axe, because that's all we have right now, and a copper breastplate. So the first thing that I want to focus on making is a shield for both of them. So a shield boss is going to require 2 bars. Shield backing is going to require 3. So we're going to need to make 2 of these, and we're going to have to make 2 of these, and then we can say make 2 shields. And so that will equate to them having at least shields, so they can defend against any kind of attacks. And I just moved the window there. Okay, so everything is going well. Now the one thing I need to worry about is making sure that we have enough food and enough laborers working to keep everyone fed. Now that we have 3 people dedicated to the military, we are not going to have as many workers for all the other tasks that we have. So that is one thing that we are going to be keeping a very close eye on over the next couple days, to make sure that we don't accidentally starve ourselves or get overwhelmed with jobs. But with that, I'm pretty excited with where we're at. We now have a standing military, although it's not the most effective military yet. Let's see, I think what we should do is we should up this as well, just so we can get BK crafting those. shields as quickly as possible. And I think I'm going to go ahead and let it run here for just a second. Let him get the... Oh, he's busy eating. Okay, well, we didn't get any work done on our Great Hull like I was hoping that we might. But, hey, we have a standing army, so that is a good thing. Now, it sounds like they are really going at it and hurting each other, but they will never draw blood on each other, as far as I understand it. When they train, it sounds like they're being pretty vicious, but they still know how to hold their blows so that they don't actually injure each other in training. Otherwise, that would be pretty darn ineffective or dangerous. But with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave you. Now that we have a standing army, I am feeling slightly more secure. I just hope that we have our shields up and ready to be equipped by the time the next goblin invasion happens. But for now, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave you. Thank you as always for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like and or subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time. But until next time, and as always, don't be a stranger. Take care.